just acknowledge students from Wagner Middle School. Give us a big high five. Hey, how you doing? Thanks for coming here this morning. Appreciate it. Well, we're going to kick off with a group actually somewhat familiar with, representing KLJ Engineering. And I think you'll enjoy kind of the presentation. They're going to have a PowerPoint, and then they're going to demonstrate the flying of the drone. Our industry is really changing quickly, and this will give you some idea of what we see the uses of drones happening in the engineering field. And I'm going to turn it over to Daniel Wagner. Daniel's with our Fargo office, and David Patek is with our Minor office. And we're going to just let them kind of explain a little bit about what we've been doing as far as engineering services. And again, once we get rolling, if anybody has questions, I know either Dave or Daniel can answer them. So without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to Daniel Wagner. Thanks for coming, guys.
Thanks for having us. Everybody hear me okay? Yes? Good? Okay. As Dave mentioned, I'm Daniel Wagner. I work at our Fargo office, KLJ. I've been with him for a few years now, and I know our topic here today is going to be engineers. I'll tell you right now, I'm not an engineer, so I represent them as best as I can. Dave is more along these lines. I'm a registered land surveyor by trade. So, first things first, I just wanted to talk a little bit about what we're going to get out of today. I didn't know who our target audience was going to be, so I see there's a mix, so I'll try and keep it light for both everybody that's here. Let's start with a quote. This is by George Bernard Shaw. The single biggest problem in communications illusion is taking place. So all I'm saying today is, when we're talking about a lot of different things with engineering, with UAVs. I want to make sure you guys get it. I don't want you to feel like I'm talking over or under. So if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. I'll be around afterwards. We'll have the UAV run around here. So any questions you have, please feel free to ask. One other quote that I have, same person, George Bernard Shaw. Beware of false knowledge is more dangerous than ignorance. There's a lot of information going on about UAVs these days and what they're supposed to be doing, what the rules are, and so we'll talk a little bit about those, not too much, but just in general, I want you guys to know that there's a lot of information out there, and hopefully by the end of it, we can clear up some of the misnomer about that. So today, we're going to talk about engineering and kind of broke it down into this list. You see research, planning, engineering, results, automation, technology. And we'll talk about all of those as we go through here, bits and pieces. They're not always going to be in order, but we'll cover them all. Research, basically, what are we doing today? What does UAV and engineering mean to each other? What have we done so far, and where are we going? And part of that's going to be talking about the traditional way of collecting data and traditional way of design that we do today for engineering, and then how does that UAV section play into it? As far as planning goes, we're talking about UAVs and engineering planning together to make projects work. How do you get what you want out of that drone, or how do you get what you want out of your design from the drone? So we're going to talk about that too. The actual engineering, both from the standpoint of development of engineering for UAVs and also for design engineering what we do today, civil applications, that kind of stuff. The results, what do you get when you get through all your projects? What does a client get to see? What do the people expect to see? What do you get when you're done? Is it a road that's built? Is it a building that's built? Is it an amusement park that's built? What is it? Or is it just a cool YouTube video? What is the result? And then the automation technology is kind of combined. It's, this whole thing is about automation and technology, so I won't overburden anybody with that, but it's there, and I want to talk about it too. So before we get into the whole presentation, I want to answer a question. And Lizzie, you go ahead and click on the first YouTube video if you can. But it's basically, the question is, why should engineers be allowed to use UAVs? And I want to show this video here while it's queuing up. This is a YouTube channel called Do It Perfect. Anybody might recognize some. Yeah, you guys recognize them? Okay, good, good. I got the right crowd there. That's good. But basically, these guys are just a group of guys that have a lot of time on their hands. They do cool videos. They make weird games. They play them. And this particular video has a DJI Phantom showing it. Now, DJI Phantom, if you've ever been on YouTube, is all over the place. They have one of the biggest fan bases and development stages out of any of the other UAVs out there. And the reason for that is these guys. This is their target market right now. Anybody that wants to fly these and make a YouTube video, they're perfect for that. And you can see we have one of those out there today. I don't know, Lindsay, if it's going to work for us or not. Mike? There it is.
So much fun. Pretty sick. If you guys are interested, click on Heal Up, and if you want to do our link now, you get free battery, you get free overnight.
Thanks for watching. We will see you next time.
That's it.
So there's, you keep going, there's a little bit of this.
Oh! 10 minutes yet. Look, there's a truffle. It's a timber town. You can grip it by the husk. Well, it's not a question of what he grips it. It's a simple question of weight ratio. A 5-ounce bird could not carry 1 pound coconut.
That could be
So that's his engineering basically. 5 ounce bird cannot be 1 pound of coconuts. That's the basis of his engineering. But this is the kind of people that are out there right now. They're promoting their UAVs immensely. As you can tell, they already have a better deal with, if you link them on to DJI's website through theirs, you get a special delivery and you get an extra battery. So they have this huge fan base that they're basically getting for free. We'll go back to the next video here. So this is the next video. Those are the kind of people that are normal, people that are nothing wrong with them, they're just having a good time, and no one's getting hurt, everything's fine, and they have these cool videos. And then we have these people. This is my favorite. Oh my god, here's the legal background. Yeah. You can see in this picture here, or this video, there's nothing around except for this one big house. And he cannot help himself to try and land on this person's roof. Go ahead and check that out. So there's those kind of people out there too. And the basics of it is those people are out there doing their videos. They have no real regards for what happens to their property or other people's property. They run into trees, they run into people's houses. I mean, there's no real way to monitor them. So back to the question, why should UAVs be run by engineers? That's because we're professionals, or we have a code of conduct that we have to follow. If we don't follow it, we lose our license. And we can get in trouble through a board, and we have action. There's a way to keep us accountable for something happening with a UAV like that. These other people, while they're having fun, are creating a bad image for a lot of these people that aren't trying to do it the right way. I'll liken it to this. For those of you that drive, some people might speed. Did anyone speed today? Anyone come here trying to get here on time? No idea. I had to get here. I had to get here on time. What happens when you speed? Normally, not much. You need to get someplace quicker than somebody else. You need to get someplace that your priorities are better than everybody else, and you speed to get there. And normally you do. You get there ahead of everybody else, and nothing happens. Well, what about when you get caught? When the police catch you? What happens then? You get a ticket, you get a fine, sometimes you can get your license pulled, and all those things keep the person from speeding again. Now take that into the industry and think of it this way. What happens if instead of driving a normal car, you're driving a super sports car, or you're driving a street bike, motorcycle, and you get pulled over. The perception there is that you are reckless. And those kind of people that drive those fancy machines and drive those souped-up cars are irresponsible, and that they don't know what they're doing. And therefore, anybody that wants to buy one of those machines and drive them eventually, they're going to get singled out. Same thing goes with the UAV industry right now. There are those people out there, they're making school YouTube videos, but they're not having any regards for people's property and personal space. And because of that, when you're in the industry from our standpoint, from an engineering standpoint, where we're trying to follow the rules, we get the same rap. Those are intrusive objects. And I don't want to stand on the soapbox too long, but that's just part of this whole thing that we're doing with UAVs, is getting through the right channels and doing it the right way while avoiding the bad press that kind of falls in sometimes. So we're going to talk today about engineering. There are 4 main branches of engineering. There's chemical, there's mechanical, there's civil, and there's electrical. And there's others, but those are the 4 main branches. And with that, there's about 35 different types of engineers. There's a lot more than that. Just 35 is a number, but there's at least 35 typical engineers. And we'll talk about those and how they range and how they affect each group as we go through this. So part of this is collection, right? These things can take pictures, they can take video, they can sense things. They're collecting the data, they're bringing it in. But that's not how we typically have done it. And in modern technology times, what you see on the board here, on the screen, is what we typically use. What we use today, what we have used in the past, this is how we get to there. And you might recognize some of that stuff on the board, but I can guarantee someone recognizes this. Anybody come up here? Volunteer? Either, anyone that wants to go. I just want, yeah, come on up. Yeah, come on up. I need you out. You're going to hold the smart end of this table. I'm not going to have you stand on that white line. I'm going to stand over here on this white line. I want you to tell me how wide that is. What does it read? You don't know? Close to the number. What's it? 5? What does it say? What'd you know? Right there. 50? 15.1? Congratulations, you're an engineer. Nicely done. Good job. The engineers were so special. Now, give them a round of applause. Excellent round of applause. He's so special. The engineer is so special. We have our own tape measures. These are measured in tenths of an inch, not even inches. They're tenths of an inch. So that's why it was probably pretty hard to read. The point is, engineering and measuring and data collection is all pretty standard. A tape measure can measure just as easy as a picture of a drone or a survey equipment. It's how you do the data collection and what you're trying to get out. So that's most of the stuff that you see today. But there's newer portions of it, area portions of it, which just gave us where we're going to be in a few minutes. But traditional aerial collection started as far back as the World Wars, and it really hasn't changed much since. Aerial collection for aerial mapping started in the World Wars, and it was just visual. We took pictures, we mosaiced them into a big map, and that's how people knew what was on the ground. They use it for farming, they use it for military, they use it for art, they use it for science. All those things are in there based on aerial mapping. And then along came LiDAR. LiDAR is using, it's basically, you're using lasers. Okay? You're using lasers, shooting out of the ground, and collecting data as it picks up along the ground. It gives you a physical representation of what's out in the world. You didn't have that before. All you got to do is see a picture of it. Now you get a picture, and you get data that shows you in a 3D world what it looks like. And that's the advent before UAVs. And then somewhere in between there, there's this, which I'm not sure if you guys have seen this before, but this is kind of the midway point between UAVs and LiDAR, I think. And I just don't think they got the birds big enough to do that yet. So here we are now, we're in the present tense, now we have the UAVs. You can see out there we have that fixed wing multi-rotor one that's out there, that's the DJI Phantom. And then you have the fixed wing here. So to give you an example, the fixed wing and the rotor copter are used in different projects for different reasons. And from an engineering standpoint, it's just a matter of how the data is collected. But fixed wings are used in long, large areas. So a long corridor like a highway. You want to map a highway, a fixed wing is a great application for that. But if you just want to map around, say here, the dome or a building, the rotor copter is going to be your best bet. One, it's a little more stable, it's a little easier to handle, and ultimately it's going to be shorter time frame if you're going to be in the air for it, which on something like that, the battery life is going to show. So you kind of pick and choose what you want based on the jobs that you're going to be pursuing. So we're talking about the jobs we're pursuing, and we're talking a little bit before about the 4 branches of engineering, and we have them listed here. And I'd like to talk about the chemical application first, but that YouTube video will do if you can click on that. So this YouTube video, go ahead. This YouTube video talks about the UAVs and agriculture.
How law enforcement uses the technology. Another industry could be impacted. WDAY 64 Brian, how's that story?
But that would have a very negative impact on using on that aircraft.
Unmanned aerial vehicles, or UAVs, better known as drones, are seeing a lot of interest from lawmakers worried about privacy, but possible legislation has some of the farming industry worried.
There's tremendous interest among farmers and among agricultural businesses to use unmanned aircraft.
John Watsky, an NPSU Extension agricultural specialist, says farmers can and want to use drones to better manage their crops and livestock. He says farmers using digital data isn't new. Satellite imagery, aerial pictures from airplanes, and yield data from combines are all in a farmer's arsenal. But drones can take it to a whole other level. One experiment Watsky opened up this summer is what type of livestock bedding on a field lot is best. Which kind stays warmest in winter, and what stays the coolest in the summer?
We'll use a thermal sensor in the aircraft that gives us a very accurate temperature.
And while FAA restrictions on UAVs already limit their use, farmers can have their hands tied even more if the bill being looked at in Minnesota becomes law. If the bill were to pass, literally capturing an image of anybody in private or public with a UAV a felony if you don't have their consent, and that could be a problem.
But if somebody's out hiking or biking and took a picture of the livestock pasture or a field, then something like that would fit into that category.
Possibly stifling an industry that, according to North Dakota Senator Heidi Heitkamp, has the potential to significantly change our area's economy.
She referred to unmanned aircraft development as having the same potential as the being the next rocket in North Dakota. So we're talking about a major economic opportunity.
Brian Abel, WDAY 6 News.
In addition to Minnesota's Public Safety Committee,
So why does that fit under the chemical side of things? Well, basically, when you're looking at aerial mapping in agriculture, there's a few different applications that come to mind. Some things that we research right now has to do with chemical applications on crops, how to properly apply the chemicals, and then the development of chemicals that we apply directly. Something that's widespread that crop sprayer right now has a percentage of chance of hitting the crop that it's supposed to affect, where you can be very specific with something like a drone, where you could actually target a few areas once you've mapped out where the locations need to be sprayed, and not have to have such a high concentration of chemicals in order to treat that, because of where you're targeting. Your probability goes up, your chemical level goes down, and you don't have to develop harsher chemicals to control the weeds. Another thing that they've talked about in the design of drones is being able to use a hypospectral camera. So this one shows, I think it was like thermal imagery, but basically it has these different colors, and it's not how you can see the regular pictures of the world, and it has to do with identifying the hypospectral spectrum, I guess you call it, of light that goes with each DNA sequence of a plant or a weed, so you can identify it. Very cool stuff. It's futuristic as it sounds, it's not that far off. But that's kind of why we bring up the ag side of things. If Lindsay, if you want to go to the next one, please. So the next one's mechanical. If you want to just play this one, this is actually one of the scans that we did with drone boats just like that one. And this is actually our building here, Bismarck, up on the hill. You guys might have seen it. And this is just a fly-through product of one of our collections. As you can see, the building is a 3D model. It was, it could have been today because it's still on the ground, obviously. It could have been today for all we care, but this was a few weeks ago already. Basically, you get not only the building, but all the ancillary stuff. So the roads, the parking lot, the buildings behind it, the houses, all that's caught is part of the capture for the data. And how that plays into mechanical, well, from an aspect of building development, that would play into the review or as-built data inside of a building production. But more importantly, mechanical has a special benefit to the engineering industry when it comes to UAVs. Because again, they are responsible for putting those together. Mechanical engineers will have the ability to design payloads and platforms that they can collect from. And that's the real true benefit to mechanical engineering right now. So this one, if I go next, this is electrical engineering. This is just a video showing you what they can do from an electrical standpoint. Some people would understand what electrical is at, but this is a drone that's intrinsically safe. You can't start fires. It's safe enough to manage. It's just important.
Collecting the data and information that we need. Today we're going to be inspecting big powerful blocks along this road. We're not going to stop around, we're also going to show you how we inspect the big stuff. What this means is that we've gone from being able to inspect 10 to 15 powerful blocks a day to now being able to spend 60 to 100. And covering an area of infrastructure 6.5 times larger with the same workforce. All that done more safely. We're taking people out of harm's way and allow them to achieve more. The cycle quote, we want safety UAV. Just like the blades and not conducting airframe means we don't have to worry about the person or the imaging asset.
So you can see, and this is kind of what you mentioned. First of all, that's in Australia because right now we can't do that. It's still up in the air with the FAA. So I had to go out and find somebody, some other country that allowed them to do this right now. But basically, when they're up there inspecting that so closely from an electrical engineering standpoint, that's as good as it gets to find out if there's any stress fractures or if there's any problems that could potentially go wrong in that system. Has anybody ever had the lights cut off from a storm or brownout or anything happen? Yeah, it's really inconvenient, isn't it? Well, the infrastructure that the electrical grid provides right now is something that UAVs are a huge part of. The reason for that is the amount of inspection they can do in remote areas, because that's where they put the electrical lines, is in remote areas that they possibly can. Just like airports, they put them in the spot that nobody else wants. And so we just can't walk up to each one of them. Yes. Sure, go ahead. Sorry, guys. So basically, it's a big industry thing for us right now because we would be able to actually remotely monitor and put together reporting and stuff like that. So it's a big thing for us. And then as far as the syllabus goes, I don't know if there should be a picture that shows up there. There it is. Sorry. Okay, so the picture shows up here. This is kind of more the cinema side of things. Basically, anything similarly based, which is more what our company does, we found a huge value in using UAVs. This one in particular that you see here, that green area around that pile of dirt, that's just a design elevation. And so when we flew around that stockpile of dirt, we were able to determine a couple of field levels, which is huge for dirt movement. I don't know if you guys know, but dirt's really expensive. Being in the engineering industry, we have millions of dollars on projects. And so being very accurate with your accountability of dirt piles and quantities is huge. It's a lot of dollars. So we have to make sure whatever tools we're using to measure that is as accurate as possible. UAVs are great. So all that is in use. This is what we can use it for. This is all the things that we think we can use it for. And then we're going into the planning side of things. So what's the benefits of this to our client, to the engineer? How do we get the most out of our data? And so when we're talking about that stuff, we think about what platform we use. And it could be UAV, it could be something else. But the idea here is if we're going to use one of those, how do we best benefit from it, and how our clients best benefit from it? And then there's the cost. What is the cost of doing business with something like that? It's a big thing in the engineering industry too, is cost of the collection, cost of the design, cost of the client, and then what is the cost of savings to the client, or cost of time, or what it take you to use it. With the advent of where we're at today, compared to 30 years before us, it takes us no time at all to do something that would take us exponentially longer than 30 years. And so that cost and value, and we have to evaluate that too. So we talked a little bit about engineering, right? And we're going to talk about who, W5, who, what, where, when. So from an engineering standpoint, we always need to know who's asking us to design, who's asking us to do the engineering part, and then how do we, what do we do for it? What are we going to have put together for it? Is it the road? Is it transmission line? Is it the news, the sewer? What is it we're designing? And then, when do you need it? That's always a good question. You guys got homework, right? When do teachers usually tell you to need homework? They usually tell you, right? You need it by 5, you need it by 12, right? And so in engineering, we need to know what deadline too. Sometimes it's really quick, and sometimes it's not as bad as you think, but it's usually always yesterday. Everybody wants something. And so in order to accommodate that engineering, we need to focus on what we can use with UAVs to help that out. So that's part of the where we talked about this a little ago with the transmission lines, but basically in an area that's remote, so an area that you can't get access to typically, you want to try and find a tool to fucking data that's going to get the job done and not put your people on so on. So that's what it is. Once you get data, the things we evaluate with the data is the type, the use, the accuracy. Data type, what we normally is like what we just did with measurements. We took a measurement, we got some information, and we can build from it. But what if it's more than that? What if we need information more than just a measurement? What if we can visually see something before we make a decision? And what if it's something that's not easily accessible? Well, that's what they're doing. That's what the UAVs do. That's where having the ability to fly into an area and take a picture of something is going to make our data that much more useful. And that's a data set. For instance, let's say you're on a construction site and you want to monitor something. That's part of it too. You're out there monitoring the site, making sure it's safe for everybody, and you don't always have the ability to have people on site sometimes. So there's more areas that UAVs can contribute to that too. What are you going to use the data? That's the is your data going to be used for just reporting to somebody? Is your data going to be used for an actual design? Those are the things that we try and keep a level of use in mind when collecting data. Because we may not need to do as much data collection in the field as we would normally have to do it, because all you need is vision. Just need to see something on site. And then accuracy. Did you know that survey grade accuracy right now is as close as the size of this one? So if you're using survey grade equipment today, you can get something as close as this measure. The UAVs with the new technology and software can do something very similar to that from here. So they're very accurate, depending on the model and how much you want to pay. That's the big thing. What kind of sensor you put on there matters. But you don't always need that. Sometimes it's just need to know what's out on site so you can make a decision. You don't need to be that accurate. So that's part of the decision making in the engineering part as well. And then you get to the results. So what are the results that you're going to need to provide for a client? We always think about that. We always ask the question, what are you actually looking for? And then how can we provide that to you in an understandable format? So we're talking about reporting and analysis. And then where are we making our recommendations from? After we do our reporting and we do our analysis, what are we actually providing? And we're providing usually some sort of recommendation. And with the UAVs and the advent of technology we have around us, it allows us to make all kinds of different analysis and reporting models so we can actually look at what we're doing and make decisions that we wouldn't have normally been able to make several years ago because we have this extra bit of data from a different point of view and we're allowed to get data where we never used to be able to. And then finally is the actual design. The result of everything that we do as engineers consists of some sort of recommendation and design, whether it's a roadway, skate park, a school, or even a stone. There was engineering involved in this, so it didn't fall down on our heads on the plate. So we need to do it. So we talked a little bit about automation technologies. I'm not going to go into it too much again. I believe you guys are completely engaged in automation technology. There's a ton of it out there, and I hope you guys have an opportunity to look at it very closely today because there's just really good stuff out there. But as far as automation technology goes, from an engineering standpoint, it's going to be based on what we can design for ourselves, so maybe we come up with something we can improve upon. So we're really hoping that the next few years are going to be as exciting as we get they are because it's really winning this right now. What we believe really needs the most sense of competition. So that's kind of the end of my presentation. I hope you guys can have questions. This will be time to ask them if you don't. We can wrap it up. And then what I'd like to do is while we're talking about it, is just start up the building here and we'll line and show you guys a little bit about what you do. I know some people saw us test drive the route. It takes a little bit to get started, so it's not just easily turned up. There's some procedures. But I will take questions a little bit. You guys just want to see that in the cloud picture.
How long's the battery last on those?
It's a little better. Temperature outside, daylight today is a little colder, so probably 15 to 20 minutes. Each one batteries. It comes with 2 batteries. Most really good. You know, they can travel fairly far, but the FAA, so the Federal Aviation Administration, they only let them fly as far as you can see without using them. It's line of sight flight. So we estimate about 1 mile is what as far as you can see. You can see, you know, it's not that you can't see further yourself, it's that you can't see that far. I mean, it's about the size of a beach ball. And so you can see these ball a mile away with their eyes. Most people can't see it. So go ahead, So you can see there's a little bit of a ritual involved in this and probably more. What Dave's doing right now is just calibrating the camera and the GPS system. So to talk about drone in general, I'm not DJI mobile, but it's got a lot of good internal features. But basically, there's GPS here, so this on the satellites, or it's just on the telephone or navigation on your cars, so it's on your road. It's just a little bit more accurate. And then it has a so you see the two different colors of the green and the red on the north side. That's so that it knows where it's going. That's the red is the rear end cycle, red lights on perfect, and the rear lights on the forward. So you realize how which way is forward is back. A half metal is not to see, but you really have to be careful. And basically just looking for the color of the color. Again, it goes down to the federal regulation with the small UAV dialects, so we got 2 different range, but that could fly over 2,000 feet, we expect that. Basically, if we're outside today, we're going out there, it's not seeing. Say what you know, they go about 2,000 feet, you can go about 2,000 feet. So they've got this cool little screen right here, and that's got video feed on it right now, so you can see all you guys on the video as it's going on. So there's 2 things going on there. There's the flying ability, and then there's got a camera and you can move it all around. So it's kind of who's good at it. So I think it's really would be a 2-person process. So you guys have all kinds of stuff. Which are the ones here, you can see these antennas here. They work kind of like a wireless router, and they send a signal up to the video feed on it, and then it comes back as a feature. Well, it's not video feed, so it's real time. But it's not take pictures. You can set up some pictures and then fly and shit, right? It's pictures you can do. Okay, so the question is, we think about using a laser system. For me personally, in the industry here, I don't see that being a point probably good use on it. I know there's pros out there, there's Amazon, something out there that may not be good for it. I even see one of the Domino's pizza. Could they be used that way? Yes, absolutely. Will they use that way? I will tell. I have a secret suspicion in some areas you want to have a million come by and drop off the top of that will put in years to do, and then we'll move all that back. And they're talking about that. Sometimes it happens, there are trees, if you do maintenance, and if you don't take good care of them, things can happen, you don't know why. And so, here's the camera. You can see, if you're waiting guys, you can see there you go. You guys are all going to have up on YouTube. You hear that noise? That sound like some rubber feet or something. I think we all tell you, there's not one that can't be any quality. This is for yoga. So, if you think about it, some of this is going for 12 motors at a time. So there's 12 of those attached to either a wheel or a sophisticated build. It's a very loud. But the lift on is what it has to be. So there's more lift, more payload, bigger cameras. But, that's it. I don't know, fully on ground. So we cannot run. They did it a day. You know, how long does it take to get out? You know, it's a constant evolutionary training, right? I mean, how long we've had this for a few months now? And so, you know, they've done well, and he takes it out quite often to train with it. It's just it's like driving a new vehicle. Right? You know, he's got to get used to the nuances of it. So, the general principles are there. And anybody that's done any kind of RC cars, RC planes as a kid, they can jump on it. So, so if you guys are into RC stuff or anything like that, it's right up the alley. So you can control the race. You know, no one asks what they say, what's the cost involved in that? Something like this is around that $1,000, $1,500 range, but this guy's living on it, depending on what you want. You could be $250,000. And not for that particular model, but there are some very sophisticated military grade UAVs out there that are very expensive. They require a runway to start. So it's not just like Dave showed you where you just pick up the ground top, but it's some applications that you know, a single shot or something like that. Could have been, but it's illegal. So I don't want to get too much into the rules of things because I'm not going to say I'm the FAA club. So what we've researched so far, a couple things to think about when you're going to use these outside of basically anything commercial use is illegal right now unless you have proper permits. The proper permits have to be activated FAA. All the waiting lists they have to go through, and once they get it, once you want to get better. But if you were, if this was mine, let's say that was my personal UAV, I just was flying around, just like you saw in YouTube videos, they do whatever they want. They fly, I mean, it's sort of fly on personal property, but there are no regulations as far as far as bird goes, and somebody that could possibly profit from production of that data, including house sales, that is commercial use, and therefore, remove that. And it's works. That's Russian. Doable. That is part of the guidelines that they're looking at. In Canada, they have a 48-hour waiting period between the time you switch your flight plan and the time that you actually go fly. And that's 3 months. What about wind? Well, you can handle what's going wind surprise. Yes, it is wind, maybe not, but we've had it up in 25-mile-an-hour wind and it can stabilize itself pretty nicely and get some really good photos of the view of it actually. So, I mean, 25 miles an hour is not really over in North Florida, but it's on the average you could be 20 miles an hour as you can see in North Florida. And as, like I said, as you get more motors on here, the more stable it gets, the easier it is to handle it. So, and the fixer is handled really well. Actually, surprisingly, it's just like a jet. You just turn the wheels to it, but overall, it cuts the wheel a lot easier because it's not a replacement. It's very easy to read. Everything you see on here is some sort of polymer or plastic, and so it's not. Well, we broke it, didn't we? Yeah, we broke it already. So we broke it, we fixed it, and it was pretty easy to fix. It was how high up in the air before it crashed. So it was about 25, 30 feet in the air, and the signal got lost, and it just went and it's crashed. We had great video because we were running the video time. And you can see the look on Dave's face when he was operating. He didn't have any control over it anymore. And it was really down to the ground crash. So it happens. That's the other thing about that. All the good intentions you have, these things are electronic components. So any other questions? Well,
We do with this. Remember to do that. I don't know if you see him up on the screen there. That's Rowan Atkinson, better known as Mr. Bean. And Mr. Bean has a master's level in electrical engineering. He's like the comedy, believe it or not. Yeah. So if you ever think about being an engineer, that's great. But apparently, comedy is where it's at. So hopefully that helps you out. Thank you very much for listening to our presentation. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you got some information on it. Again, I'll be around. I'm going to go to the group that we have at the school. So feel free to come by and ask questions. You know, part of technology as you saw a little of the demonstration, you know, in the next couple of days, the summit that we have going on is going to be talking about a lot of the new technology that are happening. One of the things that our organization is working on right now is called the Autonomous Friendly Corridor. And what does that mean? And I'll kind of explain it to you. A corridor it can be a road, it can be transmission lines, but it's a corridor that connects one part of the country to another part of the country, or one part of the state to another part of the state. We're working on an energy, transportation, agriculture corridor that will start in Canada and go all the way down to Mexico. And part of that corridor is using a highway. Has anybody been on Highway 83? Anybody know Highway 83? Yeah, okay. Highway 83 goes north here to Minot and then eventually connects into Canada. It also goes all the way down to Mexico. In fact, it's the only road in the United States that goes all the way from Canada to Mexico, north and south. Most of our transportation has been set up to go east and west. All of our rail system early on was built to go east and west, from the east coast to the west coast. But we're looking at this corridor of connecting Canada and Mexico using Highway 83. The Autonomous Friendly Corridor is going to be using drones as maybe a transportation model, or unmanned vehicles, okay? And there's been a lot of work on how those unmanned vehicles can be used. Google has a lot going on right now. Their unmanned vehicles. We were really hoping we were going to have an unmanned vehicle here this year, but there's a national show going on at the same time that we have ours going on. But next year, I guarantee you that we're going to have some vehicles here, and we'll be talking about how they can impact industry by moving goods north and south, trucks, moving freight. One of the other areas that we're looking at doing is that we would have what we would call land ports along the Highway 83 corridor from Canada to Mexico, where drones could stop and drop off goods. Hasn't been approved yet by the federal government, but at some time I think you're going to see that. One of the questions they asked was, are they going to be able to deliver goods? Yes, I think that's going to happen. The United States Post Office is already looking at how do we deliver mail using drones. So we're going to have these ports that are going to be set along the corridor for fueling stations for trucks and vehicles, and also for recharging drones, so that if you're going to be flying them, that they can land, drop off their goods, pick up goods, and move along. So I think you're going to see a lot more of this happening throughout the country, but North Dakota is really taking a lead in this, especially with University of North Dakota and what they're doing up there with unmanned vehicles, and so you're going to see a lot more of this emerging as we move forward with this technology. So I think you got a pretty good idea a little bit about one industry. that is going to be utilizing drones for their work. Engineering is